Hey everybody, welcome to Insane Home Fat Loss. This is Mike Chang. I'm with my friend Canola, and today I want to kind of take you in my kitchen and show you exactly what I eat, every single week. I'm actually was in the middle of cooking and I decided, you know what, let's just bust out the video camera, make a quick video to go ahead and show you exactly what I eat on a weekly basis. And so this way you can see what foods are going to be best for fat loss. And I'll will walk you through also what they're for, how they help you with fat loss, and also a couple tips here and there on how to cook them. So let's get started. One thing, as you'll see as I'm bringing in the food, I personally don't eat this much food. We actually end up cooking for all the people at the office and everything that helps me out. All the people that work for me, this is what they all eat. So we all eat the same thing. So there's that, yeah, FYI. Because y'all probably thinking, man, Mike Chain's a fat ass. Hey, he eats so much food. So we have, as you see, vegetables, and Canola eats tons of vegetables.
Love
them. And we have over here, you can't see it, so I'm gonna bring it in. So we have chicken breasts, beef, and I'm just showing you one, but actually we have like a lot of beef and a lot more that you can't see. So it's a lot of meat, like this much meat. So we have our proteins,
vegetables, vitamins.
Yep. And good fibers. And right here is our carbs. We eat brown rice a lot of times for carbohydrates.
Very good. And a lot of fruits and vegetables. Vegetables are really good because they're full of vitamins. They don't stay in your stomach for a long time, so it gives you energy and it makes you lose weight. And also I eat a lot of fruits, which are very good. As you can see, we have a lot of them.
Oh yeah. We go through fruits like crazy.
Yes.
So.
Good vitamins, good sugar, give you energy, and just eat as much as possible fruits and vegetables. They work for me, and I know it will work for you. So. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. Like when I'm late at night and you get into the munchies and you want to go ahead and snack on something, maybe you're watching TV or something. A lot of times you don't want to eat a full meal because you're not that hungry. You may just want to snack like a lot of people do. Fruits, oranges. I love to eat almonds. Walnuts are good.
Apples are really good. I love apples.
Yeah.
Oh, I love these. These are really good.
Grapefruit.
Grapefruit.
Yeah, grapefruit's actually really good for fat burning too. But yeah, definitely. I know you eat a lot of fruits, probably more than me.
All the time, all day long I eat them. And every time after my dinner, let's say, the latest I eat my dinner at 7 o'clock. So what I do, if I do get a munchies and I feel a little hungry, if I pass like 4 hours after I had my dinner, I definitely go grab an apple or a banana or orange, even some nuts, something that, will kind of satisfy my stomach and I don't overeat it, so.
Yeah, because fruits is so low in calories.
Yes.
It's just so hard to really get fat, and that's why Canola eats, you've been telling me, you eat so much fruits and vegetables.
I do. It just burns itself. You don't even have to do anything when you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I mean, like if you just want to eat it as a snack.
Yeah.
So it's really good. I recommend it highly. So.
Yeah, with vegetables, you can actually pretty much eat like as much vegetables as you want, and you won't get fat because your stomach is only going to be so much, and the calories in vegetables, like this is actually, I don't know if you can tell, but this is asparagus and broccoli. But very good in vitamins, very good in protein, and yeah, you can only fit so much before you're full, but there's just not that much calories in it, which means it's really hard to get fat by eating vegetables. So
a lot of us forget to eat vegetables. A lot of people forget to eat them, and some people don't like them, but honestly, if you keep eating them, you will get used to it and you will like it more and more.
Confession. So I have a confession. I didn't eat vegetables for a very long time. Well, not like completely, but I didn't eat a lot of it. I barely ate vegetables, and to be honest with you, that was one of the main reasons now that I discovered why it was so hard for me to lose weight before. And one thing is because I didn't eat vegetables, but you're still eating the same amount of food, which means you're going to be eating basically more carbohydrates and a lot more proteins. So those both are higher in calories, which means you eat more calories in total. That's why it's so tough for a lot of people to lose weight if they don't eat vegetables. And I know it's kind of it seems to me it's more of like a guy thing. It's not like guys ever go, oh, I love eating vegetables, barely. But if you start eating more vegetables and have more vegetables in part of your meals, every meal, you're gonna eat less calories, plus it's good fibers and vitamins, and it's gonna help you drop fat like crazy.
Yes. When I was growing up, my mom always, no matter what, made us eat lots of fruits and vegetables. Every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, all the time. So it's really, really good to also give it to your children to get them used to it, and yourself. As you give it to them, you increase for them to eat a lot of more fruits and vegetables for yourself. So it's really, really good just to.
I used to eat vegetables, chew it up, put it on the side, and then finish all my vegetables, and then spit it out when my mom's not looking. Seriously. And so this way I can eat my meat, and because she wouldn't let me eat my meats before I finished my vegetables. And so finally she caught on, because I would go and stuff myself and have a whole cheek full of vegetables, and then I'll be like, oh, I need to go use the restroom, go out, spit it out, throw it away, come back and start eating my meat. And I did that for like a little while until she found out, and then I had to like just bite the bullet and swallow my vegetables. And so I don't know why it's so hard before, but it really is pretty much like the best food for fat loss, because it's just super low in calories.
It really is. I just wish more people would eat it.
Yeah, I can't say anything because I didn't do it for a long time. But I eat my vegetables.
It's never too late.
Religiously now.
Never too late. Please begin now.
There you go. Proteins, definitely very good for fat loss, because it gives you the nutrients that you need to build your muscles. And when you have more muscle, your metabolism is higher, which means your body naturally burns more calories. So if you don't eat enough protein, you don't build enough muscle. No matter how hard you work out, because your body just doesn't have like the nutrients, to go ahead and rebuild when you break it down. So that's why you make sure you eat protein. So here's some advice on protein. As you see here, this is a ground chuck, ground beef, but as you see, it's 80-20, which means it's actually pretty super high in fat. This one has 4 ounce, I'm not even sure what it is, but basically 20 per container, and so 4 ounces has 290 calories with 22 grams of fat, which means, and there's 20 servings in here, which means you do the math, 22 times, so there's 440 grams of fat in here, and probably close to about 6,000 calories. So here's an advice. Now you're probably thinking, now I'm not saying you need to buy 80-20. You can actually get, like, they have what, 99.1 or 97.3.
I use this one too.
You use this one too?
Yeah.
So this is what I do. This basically means 20% fat and 80% like beef. But what I actually do is I cook it and then I drain the hell out of it. I put it in a drainer, I grab a mug, and I just like smash it till it becomes so dry. And yes, then this is really a way for you to save money, because when you buy super lean beef, they basically took out the fat. So, but if you go ahead and cook the fatty meat and then drain all the fat out, it's the same as having lean beef, except you pay much less. So it's kind of a trick I've been doing. So yeah, when you're feeding a lot of people, you gotta find a way to finagle.
Balance it.
Yeah.
It's also very important to find the best balance in your eating habits, so it's very important breakfast.
Yeah. To have, well, actually just to eat breakfast, just keeps your metabolism going.
Yes.
Another protein, so beef is actually traditionally, as you probably heard, red meat is not the best for fat loss, but personally for myself, I like steak, I like beef, so I just eat a lot of beef. But what's actually good for fat loss that's lean to start off with is, number one, chicken breast. This is like the staple of fat loss when it comes to protein. It is by far like the best, and also the easiest to get, and it's also not very expensive either. Another one that I personally like is tilapia.
I like tilapia.
I like tilapia because it doesn't give you a fishy taste.
Yes, me too. I don't like too much of a fishy taste.
Yeah. And this is really good because depending on your grocery store, these tilapias come individually wrapped. So right now, as you see, it's frozen, but this baby here defrosts in like 10 minutes. So I don't know how you do it, but I run it under hot water and then just defrost it super fast. And then after that, you can throw whatever seasoning on there, and that's it.
I also like it, like if I'm going to work and I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to make for dinner, I just put it out and leave it outside for whatever long till I get home and be ready for me to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I like these. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, and tilapia is not very expensive either, because some of the fish can get super high. Like salmon. Like salmon is probably actually better than tilapia nutritionally wise.
But it has a very stinky.
Kind of fishy smell.
Yeah.
Plus, it's like $10 a pound or more and stuff. So depending on how much you eat, like I put down a good amount of food. So I'm not gonna spend a fortune on food every single week.
Yes, exactly.
But tilapia is one of my favorites too.
Me too.
So how do you cook some of your foods? Give me some examples of how you do it.
Well, let's start. For example, if I was gonna make tilapia, I like my food a little bit. I like it to taste good. I like a little bit more seasoning, right?
Yeah.
But I put a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, or you can put the all seasoning, whichever how you like it. Put it in a pan. You can put a little bit of olive oil if you like. Depends how you like it. And just put it in a pan and cook it like that. Or to make it no oil, nothing, lean. Season it, put it in a nice pan, put it in an oven, and cook it in the oven for how long, and then steam some vegetables on the side, and boom, it's ready to go.
Nice.
So it's super healthy, lean, and it's delicious.
Yeah, that's a really good way. I actually cook my tilapia in the oven, and the way I do it is I actually only cook once a week, and just because number one, I just really hate cooking. So, but I don't like cooking. If you like cooking, if you don't like cooking, this is what you can do. Put it in the oven. I'm trying to look for my tray. But here you go. So this is literally what I do when it comes to, let's say, just tilapia. I open all the tilapias up. I lay them all in here. I just throw some seasoning on there. You can go get any seasoning like lemon pepper, salt and pepper, any stuff like that. Put it in the oven at 375, and I just fill up actually like 4 of them in the oven. Cook it for about 20 minutes or so, and it's done. All of them. And that's it. All of your tilapia is done.
I also like to cover it with aluminum foil.
Yeah.
And kind of it steams it.
Oh, yeah.
So it steams it and it comes out, just falls apart. It's so good.
So it doesn't burn on the top.
Yes. Yeah. No. It's so good, and releases all the natural juice from the fish.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's delicious.
And here's a great tip when it comes to vegetables, if you don't like to cook. What I do actually is I don't cook my vegetables. I don't eat them raw either. This is what I do. So I put them in I grab a sample of a Tupperware. So I put them in containers. I actually put all my foods in containers. So put the food in the container. So this is the container what it looks like. I put my protein, I put my vegetables in there, and I put a little bit of brown rice. And then the vegetables are raw. But basically, I go ahead and heat it up for about 3 minutes, and I leave the lid on. So basically, the moisture in the food creates a steam in there, and it actually cooks your vegetables. So
that's a good idea too.
Yeah. So then afterwards, I like to put seasoning on the vegetables a little afterwards. But this way, you don't spend any time cooking the vegetables, but it comes out to be like not soggy. Because I can't seem to figure out how to steam the vegetables right so it doesn't get soggy. So I just do it that way, and it comes out perfect every time.
Yeah.
So, but there's a lot of different ways how you can cook food. The most important thing is to make sure that you're always eating those 3 categories. Make sure you have your protein for your muscles, so this way you can burn more fat, keeps your metabolism high.
Lots of fruits and vegetables.
Mountains and mountains.
A lot. As many times as possible a day.
If you can eat more vegetables than anything else, that is probably going to be the key thing to burning fat.
Yes.
And at the end, carbohydrates. Sanella actually uses a lot of fruits for her carbs.
I I do.
So, and that's actually perfectly fine. You can actually do that if you like. It's not called a no carb diet because you're still eating fruits for carb, but you can actually cut out the brown rice and you're basically still getting the similar amount of carbs. It's just in a different form. It's more in, fruits and stuff than in brown rice. And that actually works really good too.
Yes.
So make sure you go ahead and have all these categories in every single one of your meals. And here's another key thing. When you're eating, make sure your portion size is the size of your fist, about 1.5 times of your fist. So if you look at your fist, and then if you're going to cut off your fist, and then 1.5 times of it, and then you look at it, that should be the size of your entire meal. That means your protein, your carbs, and your vegetables. Yeah. If you feel like it's not fulfilling enough or you're not full, leave the same size for protein and for your carbs, and just put more vegetables in there.
Yes.
So this way you can eat more food, but not have the calories, be super high.
Exactly. And you know what else I do? I eat at least like 5 times a day.
Yeah.
But when I do eat, like I said, I grab an apple or banana or some vegetables. It just kind of keeps my metabolism always working.
Definitely.
And people always say, how do you stay skinny and you eat so much a day? And I said, well, because I'm always chewing on something. Or almonds, for example, right? There's almonds?
Yep.
Love almonds. Almonds are amazing. So it's just something to kind of keep that metabolism working and just keep on going. So it's really, really good one too to do.
Definitely. So if you want more nutrition tips and also awesome workouts or fat loss,
I like these broccoli, it's so good.
Go to the website, insanehomefatloss.com, and you'll get all the tips and everything you need to drop fat and get in the best shape of your life.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.
Bye. Enjoy.